And hi, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to our inaugural exercise session dedicated to our Northside Cougars. For those of us that are not here anymore, and for those of us that are still here, motivated by our last luncheon, where we saw some things, I saw some things, and I want to give back to my classmates some things and make an offering. And so here we go. We're coming on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, I'd like to welcome you all to our first session of exercise with Shadon. And before we begin, we just got to do a little housekeeping. And with that housekeeping, I want to advise you that it doesn't matter where you exercise. I love to get outside. I got my outside air conditioner over on the side. If it get too hot, I can get in the air conditioner or I can go inside, but it keeps me cool, the wind blowing. I built these trees out here. So have your place outside in your home that you can go outside because you feel better with all the things you're going to do outside. Some other housekeeping things. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Charles Anthony Thompson O's Manual. Some of y'all know me just Charles O's, but Shadon is the name. These exercise sessions can be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or 50 minutes, or even 5 minutes if you need to. But the ACE recommended time for exercise is 30 to 50 minutes per day, 3 to 5 times a week. If you can't do all that in one time, do as much as you can, add it up, and then do some more when you feel like throughout your day. But the thing is, keep it moving. Keep it moving. If you desire to have me lead a session for you, there's some things we're going to have to do. You can reach me at The Mission Matters. No excuses. The Mission Matters at yahoo.com. Let me say that again. My email, The Mission Matters at yahoo.com. You can reach out to me. There are some forms we have to fill out. There are some things we have to do. If you're under doctor's care, you have to show me that you are released or have a limitation on the things you're going to do. And then if I'm guiding your session or when I'm guiding your session, I will guide you through based on what you can do. If you're guiding yourself, I want you to know, take it slow and you'll be able to do it some more, as we say, okay? And I just want to say all these exercises that we're doing, if you're confined or limited by your standing and wheelchair operations, I'm going to demonstrate these exercises from a standing position as well as a seated position. I just want to know, some of y'all seen me doing my bodybuilding over the years, but I haven't always been this able to stand as straight and good as I am today. I've been through some journeys, and with that, I'm going to show you some of the equipment of things that we can do and some of the equipment I've worn throughout my time. Okay, I'm just going to swing the camera around here and just point at it. You can look over there, you see a hula hoop. You can also do a hula hoop. I met a lady at a baseball game, the Rangers, Texas Rangers, and they were doing hula hoops, and she told me that the hula hoop helped her perform better in her back, and I've been using one ever since 2011, or when we was growing up. You got weights. All these exercises can be done from a perspective of weights, and I know you can't see my head, and that's all right. You can hear my voice, but I want to be able to see the equipment. You can do it with no equipment is what we're going to do today. You can do it with bands, which is what we have here, different types of bands. You know, we have the stretchy band, we have a small one, and you can do it with any of those. You can do it with Velcro ankle and leg weights, leg, ankle, and arm weights. Or you can do it with dumbbells and have barbells in the house. Also, for your warm-up, you can do a little foot pedal. You can also do it for your arms. You know, if you can't get out of your chair, you can sit in your chair or sit in your wheelchair or sit in your confined area and use your arms. If your arms are confined, you can just put it down on the floor and do it with your legs. Same thing. Also, when I was going through my session, had my legs operated on, I had a walker. So you can also use this walker to do your stretches. You need something to hold on to, okay? And again, we can do all these things with equipment or without. Also, have a sturdy chair somewhere you can sit down in. And when you do your exercises, you can have a soft chair too. You need to just sit down and take it easy. You can have a firm chair to do your exercises in, another firm chair, a little bit wider and a little bit taller, or you can have a soft chair and do it if you need that. Also, if you can't go down on your knees, which I couldn't at some point in time, I have a little knee and a butt thing. You know, if you hurt your butt to sit down somewhere, you can sit down on your cushion or you can put it on your knees. But the idea there is don't be afraid to transition. Okay, transition is okay. Transition is a good thing. We're going to evolve. I wore all kinds of braces. Pardon me if I turn my back on you. I never intend to turn my back. I have all kinds of braces. You know, we have leg braces that I wore when I had my knees operated on. I have a back brace that I use, and I'm going to put on one of my back braces today as we begin. Pardon me turning my back. But I have all kinds of sturdy ones. It's got some plastic inside of it, but I'm going to put on the one that's flexible today. So when we do wardrobe function, I'm gonna step out of the shot and then we'll come right back. It's okay. You know, wardrobe and makeup. When we have wardrobe and makeup, you know, we have somebody doing that stuff. But with me, I'm all that wardrobe, makeup. Uh-oh. Yep. Of course, it don't want to act right away. They don't want to let me do it. But we're all right. We'll get through it together. There we go. We got it. Okay. Now, let's proceed. Today's exercise session is going to include a full body workout. And with the full body workout, we're going to do a standing and sitting. And again, there's some things we have to do. You can contact me at themissionmatters@yahoo.com, the whole harness agreement, and your doctor's release if you're under doctor's care. Do that for your protection as well as mine. That way I won't try to get you to do nothing that you can't do. And I'll know those things and I'll practice those things as you do. Okay? And again, these exercises are not meant to replace any medical or doctor's care. If you're under special nutrition, make sure you share that with me as well. Okay, always before we start, do a warm-up. The first exercise that we begin, a warm muscle works out better than a cold one. So we'll begin with one I call the praise raise. And I like to call the praise raise because God has allowed me to live 69 years. I could have been gone, but I'm not. And so the praise raise is just raising arms. And we do 3 to 12 reps. That's 3 and we're moving on, okay? You can do 3, you can do 1, you can do anywhere up to 12. And then as you progress, you want to start with the low number, 1 to 3. And then the next week, proceed to 3 to 6. And then the next week, you know, on so forth and so on as you desire. Same thing with sitting down. If you confine to the wheelchair or you confine to a seated, and let me bring the camera down for us, the angle a little bit so you can see my lower body. And when I'm doing the exercise on the lower body, you will not see my upper body. And when I'm doing them on the lower body, you won't see my uppers. So again, there's things you can do with the lower body. Oh, I need to see my praise raise sitting down. Too low for a song. We're all right. And the praise raise sitting down is so, just like so. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to, but I won't show my leg things while I'm here, but we'll proceed on. So that's the praise raise, beginning exercise number 1. And that's a warm up. Again, you can start with your warm up by moving your arms around, moving your legs around. Just getting the body warmed up. You know, you don't take too much when it's 109 degrees outside. We don't need too much warm up because it doesn't take much. So again, you know, raise your arms in the front, on the side, toward the back, circle them around, turn your head left, turn your head right. Do not go around in a circle because that'll make you dizzy. We don't recommend doing that anymore. You can look up and you can look down. depending on how you feel, if you get started with some exercise and your neck is not feeling so good and your shoulder's not feeling so good, but your lower body is feeling good, do not do anything on your upper body. Go ahead and do something, have a seat, do something with your lower body, or stand up and do it and stabilize yourself with your hold on items, and then just do something with the lower body. But again, the idea of the warm up is to do something to get the body warmed up. You know, hold on and rotate the legs, swing them around to the outside, swing them around to the inside, swing them around to the front and to the back, both sides. Okay, the idea, if we're doing a 10-minute exercise, the warm up ought to last about a minute or so. If we're doing 20 minutes, about 2, and so forth and so on, up to 50 minutes. Or if you do longer, then you're a super senior, and I'm proud of you. I am, I really am. Okay, so there we go. We got through our warm up. Once again, they could be done with bands. If you're doing bands, once you graduate to that, you can also do that. You can also do low impact jacks. With the low impact jacks, is just to move to the side. Remember how we used to do jumping jacks in school? I can't jump like that because my knees won't let me. So we can just do it like that. Or we can move to the front and we can move to the back. Make sure you know where you are, see where you are, and keep yourself stabilized. Keep yourself stabilized. All righty. Now we're through with our warm up, and we're going to begin with a chest, shoulder, and arms exercise, which is what I just showed you. Similar is front, side, and back arm curls and extension. Okay, front extension. We can do curls, side, back. That's 1. Front, curls, side, back. That's 2. Front, curls, side, back. That's 3. Okay, sitting down. And same thing. Find your sturdy chair, or if you're in your confined wheelchair or item. Okay, same thing. Move your walker a little out of the way. Front, side, curl, and back. Front, side. I'm doing a little different. Curl and back. 2. Front, back, side, and curl. Don't matter if you change the order. We should keep the same order, but if you change it, it's okay. Now we just moved through the exercise 1, standing and sitting. And that one involved the shoulders, the arms, the back, and the chest. From the shoulder blade, when you take our arms back, that moves our shoulder blade and moves the shoulder blades out. Exercise number 2 is the inner and outer backwards, front, and straight leg raise. So we just moved from the upper. Now we're going to go to the back. So again, move your chair out of the way. Make sure your space is clear enough so that if you're going to fall, that you will have an idea where you're going to fall. And in our fall prevention, let me go ahead and say that, our safety thing. If we happen to lose our balance, do not try and grab yourself, and do not let yourself just fall straight back or straight to the side. Once you see yourself losing your balance, if you cannot reach the item that you have for your safety thing and you miss it, just lower your body, okay? If you're falling forward, turn to the side, come toward a meaty place. You know, don't try and fall right on your hip. Don't try to drop right down on your knees, but have a seat as slow as you can. Soften yourself from the ground, but don't try to brace your whole 100 and whatever pounds you weigh, or 200 whatever pounds with your wrist. But come on down to the ground, lower yourself, stoop, drop, and roll. Remember in the firefighter, we stop, drop, and roll? Well, this one is stoop. Lower your center of gravity, slowly drop to the ground, and roll it over, okay? Now, here we go. Front, side, back, leg raises. Holding on to your walker there. Front, back, side, and in. That's 1. Front, side, back. That's 2. Front, side, back. That's 3. Turn around, do the other side. Front, side, back, that's one. Front, side, back, that's two. Front, working the front hip and flexing it. Side, working the lateral side of the body and the obliques and the hip and back. Now we rotate the hip this way. We'll take it forward, rotating the hip that way. That's three, okay? Very good. You're doing just fine. If you ever need to rest, okay? Remember, this is your exercise. I know we're counting for 10 minutes, but if it takes you a little while and right now you lose your breath, then have a seat. Keep you some water handy and sip, sip, sip. Especially if you're outside, take a little sip, no more than a mouthful. Rinse the mouth out and go ahead and swallow. Each mouthful is about, your mouthful is about 1 ounce. Okay, moving right along. The next exercise is, we're still on the legs. That was for legs and hips. The next one is legs and hips, and it's a knee lift or a slow march. Now, I didn't do that one sitting down. Thank you for the reminder. My spirit said, okay, Charles, you didn't show that one sitting down. So let's do that. Okay. The first one we did, we do the front, side. Yes, we did that one. And then the legs, we can take them out, take one of them out, front, side, and then just curl it back. Front, side, curl it back, the hamstring curl. Feel that? Front, feel the front of the quad. Side, feel the side muscle. And then curl and feel the hamstring curl and feel this one flex. Okay, that's two. Front, side, and back. Other side. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. That's two. Front, side, back. That's three. Take your deep breath. Feel, I have a watch. You know, if you have the watch that tests yourself, you know, I can go to my heart rate, I can go to my pulse rate, and periodically check yourself. Have you some kind of watch or something that you can easily take your pulse rate for sitting down. Even though you're doing a 10-minute exercise, it may take you about 20 minutes to do it, especially if you're checking on yourself or you're just beginning. Please do that for yourself. Okay. Next exercise was we were going to the calf and shin raise. So since I'm sitting, I'm going to go ahead and do the calf and shin raise while I'm sitting down first, since the camera is already down there. So I'm going to turn to the side. You can do them both at the same time, or you can do one. If you have a problem doing one at a time, do them both. But I like to see you do one at a time so you can see which one is feeling the best and which one is not feeling as good. I know my right leg doesn't work as good as the other one. So here we go. Raise it up. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Then raise it. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Calf raise. 1, 2, 3. And if you're catching cramps, you increase your water, your magnesium, your sodium, potassium, and get you some nutrition in that way to increase your electrolytes. 1, 2, 3. Back to the raise, the whole leg. 1. Come down your toe. 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm catching the cramp in the arch of my foot, which I have a problem with that right leg. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we do the same thing standing up. We can leave the camera down since we're looking at the lower body. Bring it down just a little bit more. Back in the shot, and here we go. Turn to the side so you can see it. You can alternate your feet, stagger your feet. That's better for the balance. You can do both. 1, for the sake of time, we're gonna do both. 2, 3. Then if you can leave both your legs at the same time, I want to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 3 each. 1, stagger the legs different way this time. See how your balance is? 1, 2, 3. Start with the right. 1, 2, 3. You can hold on to your walker. Leave that. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Very good. Moving right along. We're doing good. All right, next exercise is the push-ups from the knee cushion and as needed. Now, if you can do push-ups, we'll show some in the chair, and I call them raise-ups. So for the knees, got my little cushion. I'm gonna take it back down and lower the camera. There we go. And it's kind of like a rocking chair push-up. Come on down on your knees. You can put your pad on the ground. You can have your little towel. Make sure nothing sticks in your hand. You know, we get older, we get delicate. I'm gonna turn around to the side so you can see me tilt and move. Okay. So the push-up like this goes like this. 1, just rock forward. 2, 3. But if you can do a regular push-up, then just go down. 1, 2, and 3. Later on, we'll be doing some one-arm push-ups too. 1, 2, because we need to use each arm. 3, 4, 5, and 6. That way we can see which arm is doing better than the other one. Okay. Now, I'll bring my chair forward a little bit. And when we're doing from your chair or seat, make sure you got a real sturdy chair, or you can have a chair with arms on it. Okay, I'll do it with the chair with the arms on it, but that's better. So just get your arms sturdy and raise yourself up. 1, 2, 3, done. Okay. And that's just like when you're getting up out of your chair or off your couch. Use the sturdy. That's what it's for. How to get up and sit down. Very good. You want to take your time, take a sip. For the sake of time, we'll just grab a sip and move right along. You can see we can do these sitting down or standing up. And these exercises are devised for seniors and that are in relatively different states of abilities. If you want to intensify it, you're a super senior, you can intensify on your own. Okay, here we go. Exercise number 6. That was exercise number 6, the push-ups. Number 7, the ab crunches. Okay, the ab crunches are designed and called get-ups. From the chair, they're very similar. They're used to get up. Okay. I didn't bring my mat out, but I'm going to go ahead and get down on the ground since I forgot my mat. It's okay. I'll use my towel. Remember, get down, come down on one knee, lower that knee down, lower the other knee, and use your hand, and then go ahead and sit down. Okay. Ab crunches. If you can do it, just lean back and up. 1, 2, and 3. What I recommend, and I'll show you when I get up, if you to get up out of the bed, we should never just raise straight up out of the bed like this. You know, I have a privilege to see my wife every day, and I try to remind her, don't do that. That puts a strain on your lower back. When you're getting ready to get up, roll over to your side, put one hand on the bed, Put the other one on the bed and push yourself up that way. Swing your feet around, put one foot down, put it down on the ground, out your bed, other knee on the bed, put that one on the floor, raise up, and push yourself up and come on up. And there you have it. That's our get up and push up. That's how we should get out of the bed. Okay, moving right along. And that's one sitting down. We don't do that one standing up. Or if you want to do ab crunches standing up, we can just stand, flex in, you see, belly out, belly in. 2, 3. Same thing on the other side. Relax, belly out, breathe in, belly in, belly out. You're holding your back because you want to try and bring your navel to your spine, crunch it in and crunch it out. You know, I do what I call 100 ab washes. I drink some water in the morning and at night and collapse my navel into my stomach. And that really builds up the core as well. You just snap it in, snap it out. Okay. Moving right along. And the waist twist can be done on the knees or sitting down. I'm gonna do them standing up. You can also do them with your hula hoop once you graduate to the hula hoop. Remember, 1, take your time. Always stop in the front. You know, the worst thing we can do is try and turn over there. Our spine turns over there and we try and go quickly to the other side and our spine is still on that side. But when you turn to one side, stop at the front. Make sure your spine is stabilized. There's no sharp pains or aching pains in your back, and then turn to the other side. Only go as far as you can. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 each side. Okay, and sitting down, you can do the same thing. Just have a seat. Chest up, turn to one side. You can put your hands over there, hands to the front. Hands on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. All right. That's your core standing, and that's involving the core. Last one, no, next to the last one is the squats, partial squats. I have a great problem with squats. So I'm going to tell you, if your knees don't give, I will probably put on my heavyweight braces to do this. But I'm feeling pretty good today. I will use my walker. Turn it around so that you can fit it in you. And then you can put it beside you and just squat like this. 1, 2, it gives you some arms in there too. And 3, or you can put it out a little bit further when you get better. 1, 2, 3. On the lower you get, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We don't really have a squat sitting down, so there you have it. Or if you know, yeah, we don't do a sitting down one. The last one is a Superman or Superwoman, or they call them a bird dog. I'm gonna do it standing up first. And I'm gonna use the walker. Okay, so what it involves is putting the arm out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Superman, well, we only flying. You can do it with both legs and both hands off the ground. I wanna see it, okay? Other side, that's 2. Other side, 3, it gets your back, gets your shoulders, gets your arm. See how far you can raise. 3, 4, 5. Don't worry about how far you can raise it. 6, if you can only raise it right there to begin with, that's fine. Go from where you start and graduate to where you're going, all right? We didn't start off in the 12th grade. We started off in the first kindergarten. Then we graduated. That's right. All righty. Last one we're gonna do is for hips. You know, we all have problems with our hips. So we'll do the what we call the fire hydrant. Y'all seen the dogs who come, even my female dog comes to the fire hydrant and she puts her leg up, even though her water's coming out the back. But okay, 1, 2, 3. Turn around the other side. Got your walker. 1, 2, 3. You can do them to the front, you know, because a lot of times our problem with walking is our hips. We lose our mobility in our hips. So we go, I do them at night too. Before I go to bed, kick it up and back, up and back. If we have a problem, we walk around like this all the time. And now the hip is not moving, so it's stuck there. So you get some movement in it to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Mobility and flexibility, y'all. Mobility and flexibility. They talk about all that stuff and exercise and time under tension and all that, but we want to get it moving. We want to keep it moving. Okay. Now to cool down and stretch. I have, you know, the praise raise is the beginning of what we do. And then the end of it, I have what we call the hug therapy. If you haven't had any hugs today, well, at the end of your session, go ahead and give yourself a hug. It's okay. I don't know if the body, and you know, the research doesn't tell me if the body knows I'm hugging myself or somebody else. Okay, I can tell I haven't stretched like this, even though I did it last night. My chest feels stretching more because I've done some exercise. Open it up. I had the right hand underneath, so this time I'm gonna put the left hand underneath and the right hand on top. Give it a stretch. Give yourself a little curl. Notice how you feel. Don't forget to hydrate. You know, I've had limited nutrition today, only very little. Cup of tea and a little bite. 1 sandwich, a little bacon, egg, and biscuit sandwich. Have your water. Relax. Take about 20, 30 minutes before you eat. Get your hydration under order. You know, thanks for coming out and joining us. We want to welcome you to the session. We want to thank you to come back next week. Same time. I want you to visit. Check out that link. Reach out to me, themissionmatters@yahoo.com. We'll get you that link. It'll tell you a whole lot more, show you a whole lot more. And there we go. This is Shadon. Thanks for joining us. Let's go. See you next time. Bye for now.